Have you ever had that feeling deep down that something just isn't quite right? That nudge, that whisper, telling you there's more to life, more energy, more you that's waiting to be unlocked? For years, I felt it too. I remember waking up some mornings feeling less than vibrant, a shadow of the man I knew I could be. It wasn't about being sick, not exactly, but more about a slow, creeping decline in vitality, that subtle dimming of the flame. And honestly, it's a conversation many men shy away from, an uncomfortable truth we often ignore until it screams for attention. What if I told you there's something so simple, so profoundly impactful, that it could change everything, starting with your very first sip of the day, something my wife, bless her heart, practically begs me to not talk about because of the intense questions it generates. Don't scroll away, because by the end of this, you'll understand exactly why this one tiny habit has become such a cornerstone of my morning, and why it might just be the missing piece in your own journey to reclaiming that powerful, energetic self you know is within you. Stay with me, because the final insight, the culmination of years of observing, learning, and frankly experiencing, is the one that will truly blow your mind. Morning ritual. It all started, as so many profound changes do, with a search. Not a frantic, desperate search, but a quiet, persistent curiosity. I've always been fascinated by how the human body works, especially the intricate dance of hormones, energy, and overall well-being. In my line of work, you see it all, the struggles, the quiet anxieties, the very real impact that subtle shifts in our internal chemistry can have on a man's confidence, his relationships, his entire outlook on life. And let me tell you, it's rarely just one thing. It's a symphony of factors. But sometimes, just sometimes, you stumble upon a single instrument that, when tuned just right, can elevate the entire orchestra. I'd read countless studies, listened to endless podcasts, and experimented with so many different approaches, all in pursuit of that elusive edge, that feeling of robust health. I was looking for something that wasn't a quick fix, not a temporary band-aid, but a sustainable, deeply beneficial habit that could be integrated effortlessly into the chaos of modern life. Because let's be honest, who has time for complicated regimens when life is already pulling you in a million directions? We need simple, effective, and profoundly impactful. That was the core principle driving me. The journey wasn't always straightforward. There were false starts, things that sounded promising but delivered little, and moments of frustration. It's easy to get lost in the noise, isn't it? The endless supplements, the conflicting advice, the shiny new solutions that promise the moon but leave you feeling just as grounded as before. But through it all, I kept coming back to the fundamentals, to the wisdom of ancient practices, combined with the rigorous scrutiny of modern science. Because the truth is, our bodies are incredibly intelligent. They yearn for balance, for the right inputs to perform at their peak. And sometimes the most powerful solutions are surprisingly unassuming. They don't come with flashy marketing or celebrity endorsements. They simply exist, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be integrated into a life that's yearning for more. That's what this journey became for me. A slow, deliberate unfolding of knowledge, leading me down a path I never expected, towards something remarkably simple. Daily dose? So what is this unassuming powerhouse? It's not some exotic, hard-to-find herb from a remote jungle, nor is it a pharmaceutical concoction. It's something far more accessible, something that might already be in your pantry, overlooked and underestimated. The beauty of it lies in its simplicity, its natural origin, and its profound impact on a system that, for many men, is quietly struggling. Imagine a tiny key that unlocks a whole new level of vitality, a subtle shift that ripples through your entire physiology, from your energy levels to your mood to even aspects of your intimate life. And the best part, it takes literally seconds to incorporate into your daily routine. This isn't about radically overhauling your diet or embarking on some extreme fitness challenge, though those are certainly valuable pursuits. This is about an intelligent, targeted intervention, a whisper to your body that says, hey, let's get things back in balance. It's about empowering your body to do what it's inherently designed to do, thrive. I remember the first time I started adding it to my tea. It wasn't a eureka moment, not a flash of lightning. It was far more subtle, a gradual unfolding of benefits. A little more sustained energy throughout the afternoon, less of that midday slump, a feeling of clarity, a sharpness of mind that had perhaps dulled over time. And then those quiet conversations with my wife started. Not about this specific ingredient initially, but about how I seemed more vibrant, more present. That's when you know you're onto something real, isn't it? When the positive changes are so organic, so woven into the fabric of your daily life that others start to notice, even before you articulate what you've been doing. It wasn't a miracle cure because frankly I don't believe in those. It was simply giving my body a little bit of what it needed to optimize its own incredible machinery. It was like providing the perfect lubricant for a well-engineered engine that had been running just a little bit rough. Body balance. Now, let's talk about the why behind this tiny addition. From a physiological standpoint, what we're aiming for is harmony. Our bodies are constantly trying to maintain equilibrium, a delicate balance of hormones, nutrients, and metabolic processes. For men, as we age, or even under the pressures of modern life, that balance can be easily disrupted. Stress, poor sleep, inadequate nutrition, environmental toxins, they all conspire to slowly chip away at our optimal functioning. And one of the areas that often takes a hit, sometimes silently, sometimes with glaring symptoms, is our hormonal health, particularly testosterone and other key markers of masculine vitality. We often think of these things only in terms of big problems, but the subtle declines, the subclinical issues, can profoundly impact quality of life long before they reach a diagnosable state. That's where proactive, intelligent support comes into play. This isn't about boosting something unnaturally, it's about supporting natural, healthy function. Think of it less as a brute force intervention and more as a gentle nudge, a signal to your body's own innate intelligence. It's providing the cellular building blocks, the enzymatic activators, the anti-inflammatory compounds that allow your systems to operate with greater efficiency and resilience. We're talking about optimizing pathways, improving cellular communication, and mitigating some of the common stresses that deplete us over time. It's about empowering your body's own incredible healing and regulatory mechanisms. And that's the real secret to sustainable health, working with your body, not against it. When you give it what it needs, even in small, consistent doses, the results can be truly transformative, far beyond what you might initially expect from a single teaspoon. This isn't just about one specific outcome. It's about holistic well-being. Vitality Unlocked. The feedback I've received, not just from my own experience, but from others who've cautiously, then enthusiastically embraced this simple ritual, has been incredibly consistent. Men report a noticeable difference in their morning energy, that feeling of waking up truly refreshed, ready to tackle the day. There's often a greater sense of mental clarity, a reduction in that frustrating brain fog that can creep in. And yes, for many, there are profound positive shifts in their overall sense of masculine vigor, confidence, and even aspects of their intimate health that they once thought were simply a byproduct of aging. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a powerful accelerant to a healthier lifestyle. It complements good nutrition, regular exercise, and stress management, acting as a synergistic force that elevates all those other efforts. It's like adding premium fuel to a finely tuned machine. What my wife begs me to stop talking about with a playful exasperation isn't that it's bad, but rather that when I do, the questions flood in. People are desperate for solutions, for honest, grounded advice that actually works, and I get it. Because when you feel better, when you have more energy, when you feel more like yourself, every aspect of your life benefits. Your work, your hobbies, your relationships, they all gain from that renewed sense of vitality. This isn't just about a teaspoon in your tea. It's about a commitment to your own well-being, a daily reminder that you are worth investing in, worth nurturing. It's about taking a proactive stance against the quiet erosion of health that so many men experience, often feeling isolated in their struggles. It's about realizing that small, consistent actions can lead to monumental shifts over time. So here it is. The single teaspoon I add to my morning tea is a potent, finely ground turmeric powder. Not just any turmeric, but a high-quality, organic variety, often combined with a pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption. Its power lies in its active compound, curcumin, which is a formidable anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. For men's health, this translates into supporting prostate health, optimizing testosterone levels by reducing inflammatory pathways that can degrade it, and significantly improving overall cellular function and cardiovascular well-being. It helps combat oxidative stress, which is a major contributor to age-related decline. This isn't a secret remedy. It's ancient wisdom meeting modern science, a profound daily dose of health that works quietly but powerfully, building resilience from within. Don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Commit to this simple ritual for a few weeks and truly pay attention to how you feel. Because reclaiming your vitality, your energy, your optimal self is not just a dream. It's an achievable reality, often starting with the smallest, most consistent daily choices. This isn't just about adding a spice to your tea, it's about adding years of robust health and vibrant living to your life. The power is in your hands, literally in that one tiny teaspoon.